Hey folks, it's Manninen from the website TahoeTrailGuide.com. Today I'm going to be providing another short tutorial about doing some downhill technique. Today is going to be basically the second part of the Snowplow turns two-part mini-series. Why another Snowplow turning video? Well, the first one provided plenty of basic snowplow technique. Getting in a good stable position, we're moving our feet in the direction that we want to travel, and we're letting our body weight shift over to the downhill ski. That's pretty much what most people do all the time when they're doing a snowplow technique. But I want to get you guys through this progression so that you can start doing parallel turns on your own. And these quote-unquote advanced elements that I'm going to offer today, albeit a little bit superfluous to doing a snowplow turn, will help you get to a stem Christie and then a modified parallel turn or a parallel turn. I admit that I don't normally do this when I'm doing snowplow turns. At the same time, you need to be able to do this in order to do those other downhill techniques, more advanced techniques. And this is a great controlled way in order to start to build this practice into your body. So there's three aspects that I want to offer today. A pole plant while keeping our upper body facing downhill. And then we're also going to incorporate some more dynamic up and down movement, some weighting and unweighting of our skis. I'm going to demonstrate just here in kind of like this static environment. So I'm going to actually be doing step turns as I show this, but I will provide a bunch of examples as I go down this hill just around the corner here. But I just want to show the basics of what I'm looking at doing here. As I'm rounding this corner off into that direction, I'm going to pole plant to the inside. I'm actually creating a spot for me to go around. I'm making my own on-the-go obstacle course or slalom course with these poles. Now these are pretty long compared to an alpine ski pole, so we don't have to reach quite as far, but part of using the pole plant gets us so that we're reaching out in front of us, because again, we don't ever want to be back on our skis, right? We want to have this forward projection of our weight. So we're using this pole plant to indicate this is the start of our turn. We're going to go around this pole. So again, I'm step turning around this, but this would be a snowplow maneuver. So as I pole plant, my weight is going down, and as I come around this corner, my weight's going to be coming up slightly, and instead of pulling my pole back out of the snow, I'm going to leave it there, and as I round the corner, I'm just going to keep leaning it forward, punching my hand forward, so that my upper body is always facing downhill. If I was going to link a turn and I'm still going downhill that way, I'm pole planting with this inside pole, getting low, and then rising up as I come around the corner, letting that pole continue to lean forward, and then dropping my weight down, keeping my hands pointed, thrust into the fall line, into the downhill part. Again, with a pole, it's a timing thing. Hey, we're initiating our turn. It's also a positioning thing. As that pole starts to lean forward, as I punch my hand forward, my upper body is staying downhill. As we're gliding down, as we initiate our turn, we come up and then we come back down. So we want to have this kind of rise and fall as we're making our way around the corner. Again, this is super excessive for just a regular snowplow turn, but these are the next building blocks to the stem Christie and then modified parallel turn. So you need to get this into your practice and know that this needs to happen. Because once you start doing it at speed, it's definitely not going to be any easier. You want to do it while you're in a controlled snowplow turn and be able to, perform that idealized version of these movements when, again, it's controlled. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out TahoeTrailGuide.com for more information about cross-country skiing and snowshoeing. Thank you to all my Patreon subscribers, everyone who tips via Venmo and PayPal. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate all the support. Yeah, it's time to go home. So thanks again for tuning in.